Why and who decides that this question is the answer to this question is not to be shared?
Because you can't know everything.
Why? What comes as an answer? Why?
Because you can't make our lives too easy.
And now, when this information came, see it, see the energy of this information. See it as a pure energy. Do you see it?
I can't see it, but I can feel it.
You feel it, okay.
Mhm.
So if you can follow where from this information is coming.
It's um, it's not on earth.
It's not on earth.
It does make me feel a bit nervous.
You feel nervous.
Yes,
Where do you feel this nervousness?
in my stomach and my
Mm-hmm.
arms, especially on my
Mm-hmm.
hands.
Mm-hmm. Have a closer look at those places. Look at your stomach first. Tell me, what do you see there?
It's really strange, but I don't see my stomach. I don't see my hands, and
Okay.
I see like there also like some kind of very long metal gloves, just something like some kind of a robot would have
Mm-hmm.
metal hands.
Mm-hmm. And on the stomach, what is on the stomach?
It's also metal,
Mm-hmm.
some kind of protection.
Mm-hmm. Now, feel the energy of these metal gloves and that what is on your stomach. Is it yours
No,
or
no,
foreign?
those are not my hands.
Not yours. Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that before.
Mm-hmm. So let's go to the situation or dream or life when it happened, when it appeared for the first time. I will count to three and you will move there your consciousness. One, two, three.
I feel like I've been stabbed with some needles, but like
Stop.
not normal needles, but just like a big commercial, like heavy machinery,
Mm-hmm.
um, metal. There's a lot of metal everywhere,
Where, in which parts of the body?
especially the top, my chest, my arms, like they're stamping something into it.
What is the situation? Have a look at the situation. You want to see what happened there?
A little bit, I'm interested because it's like it's some kind of factory or something.
Uh-huh.
But
You
it's
want to see what happened?
yes, yes. I don't feel afraid. I just feel very
Uh-huh.
like I'm looking at it from just
Okay.
as a viewer.
Okay. So have a look what happened. You see yourself?
Yes, I'm looking at other people.
Uh-huh. What do you see yourself? Yes. How do you look like?
I have some kind of metal armory, like metal, yes, armory, like around my body. But it's part of my body.
But you see it on your physical body?
Yes,
On your physical body.
Yes, it's like it's attached to it.
Mm-hmm. What is the year?
In the
What
future,
what comes to your mind first? What number? What is the year when it's going on?
it's very far in the future.
What year is it? What comes
Three
to your mind?
3,000. It's something very far into the future when human will be completely different.
Mm-hmm. Is that armory part of your body in that life?
Sort of, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't feel afraid of it, or it's like I know it's supposed to be there. Mm.
Mm-hmm.
And I can see others having the same thing on them. But it has to be put on us.
Why?
We're not born with it.
You are not born with it.
No,
Okay, so let's go to the moment when just before or maybe when it is put on your body.
they have to change it very often because we grow.
So how old are you when you got it for the first time?
About 4, 5
4, 5?
years.
Mhm. And why do you need to have it?
Because that's how we look now.
Is it only for the look?
Now it's part of living. It's how human look. They're just
Uh-huh.
robotized. I don't know how much human is in us. I mean, we are still there, but it covers our bodies.
Are all humans looking like this?
Yes.
I mean, 100% humans, or maybe there is a part that doesn't look like this. What do you see? What do you collect? What sort of information you collect?
You can see that the ones that are higher on the top of this world would have more face showing. They don't cover face as much.
Is your face also covered with it?
There is uh, like a helmet,
Uh-huh.
so you can't see the face as clearly.
Uh-huh. Do you have clothes on your body?
No.
Just this armor?
Yes.
From which metal it is done?
I never came across anything like this. It's a
Uh-huh.
technology that I can't even describe.
So does this metal comes from Earth? Yes or not? What appears
No,
in it?
no, no, it doesn't come from there. It's not natural earth
Okay.
resource.
Okay. Is it something similar like the armors in the Middle Ages that you just put on your body and there is a body inside separated from it?
No, just more like transformers. It's very, very modern,
Uh-huh.
like robots.
So does it become part of the body?
Yes,
It's like melting in, sort of?
yes. It just clicks into certain things that have been changed in our bodies.
Uh-huh. But does it attach itself only to the skin? Yes or not?
No,
Where
it
else?
goes it goes deeper into it. It's just the way it was designed
What is the function of it?
to protect
Protect who?
human
From what?
from others that come.
From other humans?
No, from others that could be attacking us.
From other beings?
Yes,
From the space?
yes. And this is very sad because
How many? Yes, continue, please.
things just don't look the same.
One design?
The life doesn't look the same.
Ah, life doesn't look the same.
Mm.
How many human beings live on Earth at that time?
Still a lot.
What number comes to your head?
It's not like now, but it's still a lot of human.
It's less than now?
Yes, it's less than now.
And why it is less than now? What happened?
It's just because not everyone could go through such a changes. So they can't have everyone. There must be elimination. And it was happening throughout the years, hundreds of years on
Mm-hmm.
Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And it's usually the youngest people are the best.
Mm-hmm. Does it cover your entire body? Yes or not?
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Do you take it off during the day or for the night?
It comes up as no. It's done the way that you can just have it on all the time.
You have it on all the time.
Yes.
Mhm. And when you are adult already and your size doesn't change, you stop growing, do you change this armor?
Only if they have newer things to add to it, like
Ah, sort of upgrade.
upgrades.
Uh-huh. And this upgrade is obligatory or is
Yes.
yes? Do you pay for this upgrade?
No.
How humans are multiplying? How is procreation looks like?
As you did before, but it's controlled. I mean, you still need an egg and a sperm.
No?
You still need it, yes.
Ah, you still need it.
Yes.
Okay, but the humans are participating in the act?
No.
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 So
It could
it
be
happens
produced.
outside of the body?
Yes.
Mhm. Is it genetically manipulated?
Very.
Would you like to go to the place where you are living on a daily basis? Because we saw you in the factory.
You have to plug yourself into something to charge yourself with as well.
You need to charge yourself.
Sort of charging or
Mhm.
passing the information or something like that.
So you get the uploads of the information.
As well, yes.
And where this information is coming from.
From the computers, from the robots.
Uh-huh. And who is managing these computers?
The human humans that are very much um, like cyborgs, some kind of
Mm-hmm.
hybrids of people and robots.
And technology.
There's lots of technology. There's
Mm-hmm.
very little
Mm-hmm.
of actual human that we know right now. And we're already doing so much right now that could be helpful for them in the future to be used. You know, it's very sad.
Okay, so distance yourself from this vision. See it from the distance. You can make a helicopter view and tell me why do we see this scene? Why do we see this vision? What information is coming?
To stop the race,
To stop the race?
stop this race of using technology,
Okay.
but I don't think we can do anything about it.
Okay, I understand. There is also a different possibility that human race can develop. That's not the only way.
There is always various ways.
There are always various ways, exactly. Now, I would like to go to such a moment in your incarnation. It can be any incarnation you had that made you follow this path when it has changed for you. I will count from 1 to 3. And at 3, you will come to the lifetime which was crucial for the choice. It was either made by you or done for you. 1, 2, 3.
I'm wearing some kind of monk clothes, like a priest.
So you're a man?
Yes,
It's you?
yes.
Do you want to
Looks a
get
bit
close?
strange.
Do you want to get closer to that man and have a look into his eyes? Can you see it? Can you
Yes,
do it? Look into
yes.
his eyes and tell me what DNA you sense.
I think it's human.
It's human. Is it you?
Yes.
Okay. What is happening in this lifetime? At which situation you found yourself?
I just want to say that he's just really wise.
Wise.
Yes, he's very wise and he's got a lot to say.
So let's go to that moment in his life that it was decisive for the future, was crucial, or it was a milestone in your development. So you went that path that led you to that life as a cyborg, half cyborg. What happened in his life?
He was he was very knowledgeable and very was making a lot of speeches
Mm-hmm.
about life. Some didn't like that and said that he had too much to say. It was very simple back then. Like what he was saying was very simple, but he was very wise and he was a very smart man.
If you take orientation point, your current life as orientation point, is that life of the priest in the past or in the future?
In the past.
In the past. Okay. How old are you in that life?
Like 60.
And where do you live?
It's some kind of old, like it's nice looking, sort of but old looking house, like made of stone.
And in
It's
which country it is?
I'm thinking like
Where?
Romania,
Romania?
Romania,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere there.
Mm-hmm.
And he was next to some kind of like abbey or church, something like
Mm-hmm.
this.
Mm-hmm. And what happened? What happened in this lifetime that changed the course of your lives? What happened?
And he was preaching a lot to people about how to live their lives best.
What year is it?
King is a number 10.
What comes first to your mind? What year is it?
It, like it comes out as number 10, like the 10th century.
Okay. Okay, that's enough. So he was preaching a lot. He was very wise. Some people didn't like it. What happened in that life?
Arguments, there's some arguments
hmm
supposed to be punished
hmm
by something he was saying.
What happened? How they punished him? Go to that moment. 1, 2, 3.
It comes as he was locked somewhere. They locked him out because there
Who locked
was
him up?
some people that were a little bit simple, sort of, but they were sent by someone else to lock him up.
And what happens then?
I don't feel like
You don't want to see it?
it's
hmm You don't have to feel anything connected with that situation. You will not feel pain. You will just see it as like a movie in the cinema. And most important for us is to see what happened in energetic part. He died there in the place where he was locked up,
He was starving,
starving. What was happening in his energetic part, etheric part? Have a look.
He was just becoming very weak and weak.
Hmm.
And this was the way to make him stop talking.
Was there anybody visiting him?
There are people bringing secretly food to him.
Hmm.
There was a
Because some
woman.
people know about it.
Yes, yeah, they knew about it.
Hmm.
So they were bringing him food secretly.
Have a look what's happening in the energetic part.
Like a fire on him. Like
Hmm.
something was burning him. Not directly, but just
Energetically?
energetically, someone was burning, especially when his eyes are. I can see fire going around his head to make him suffer.
Have a look at this fire. What is it exactly?
It's just I see how it goes around his head, through his eyes to the back of his head. In real fire, it doesn't work that way, but it
Hmm.
does look like fire. They were just burning his eyes, so maybe he couldn't read anymore.
Have a closer look at this fire. Is it yours or not?
No, no,
It's not.
no.
To whom it belongs? Have a look to whom it belongs.
It looks similar to like the people that were wearing metal, but it's not as like it's not like an armory
Uh-huh.
build up like I've seen. It's less build up.
Hmm.
It feels like someone who's wearing a little bit of like a metal armory as well.
Hmm. Hmm. So there is a similar being. Is it a
Yes.
human being? Yes or not?
No, no.
No. Is it only one of them?
I just see one.
Hmm.
He's very strong and he comes there very often and he punishes him
Why?
because they believe whatever he's saying makes people think
Uh-huh.
and they don't want people to be thinking.
And what happens? Go to the death point. You don't have to feel any pain.
I just don't see that he's dying. I don't see that he's dying.
So what happens?
I think they come into some kind of conclusion together. And he's
What
let.
sort of conclusion?
This is something that it's that has a strong feeling right now.
Hmm.
On
In which part of the body?
I feel lots of tension around my cheekbones,
Hmm.
my around my teeth.
Hmm. Okay, we will come back to that. But let's see what's happening. What sort of conclusion together they made?
That we can continue. Now I see the priest wearing some kind of eye mask.
Eye mask?
Yes, but not like mine. It's like a
Hmm.
very futuristic eye mask.
Hmm. But did he die already? Did his soul
No,
leave the body? Not yet.
no, I don't think he's dying.
Ah,
He,
okay. Ah, yeah. Okay.
he's
Yes.
not. He's not dying. He agreed to something with this. Um,
He agreed to what? With that being, that entity.
but he was different from them.
But he left it with, and he leaves it?
Yes, he is. He continued living his life, but he wasn't saying like he wasn't preaching like he was before.
Uh-huh. So he didn't die, and but also he didn't leave the earth.
Yeah,
But you saw that he has a sort of a futuristic eye mask. What is it?
person control over him.
Mm-hmm.
But
But
it,
is it sort of a goggles?
yes, like goggles. It's really
Mm-hmm.
strange because it's sort of in a way it's brainwashing him. It's brainwashing the priest, um, and it just stays on his head.
Mm-hmm. So let's go back to that moment when they have a conversation before they come to a conclusion. What is the conversation between the priest and that entity?
This person, he's very hungry by then,
Mm-hmm.
very desperate. He's not thinking clearly anymore.
Mm-hmm. And what is the conversation between them? What the entity is offering?
You just see the thing, just uh, this being taking his hands up, like in the sky, like in the air, like he's taking something out of him. And you can't see that. The priest can't see it, but he's taking something out of him with that hand.
What is he taking? What is it?
It feels like it's a part of him.
What part? Have a look at it.
I want to say part of his soul, because so he could never really be himself anymore in the future lives.
Mm-hmm. But
They
have
were
a
always
close.
having a little bit.
Does it still have that part of you today? Yes or not? Yes. Mm-hmm. Okay. Let's go back to the priest. Why his unconscious part allows that being to take that part? What is the conversation between them? Concentrate on their dialogue. What is the being? What is the entity offering?
He's offering that he can live his life, he can finish his life, not starving, just he can just continue with his life, he can get him out of here.
Uh-huh. Okay.
And he can continue reading his books, but he can't
Mm-hmm.
preach to people anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So in a way he was locked out still, but he could still live his life to the end.
And he accepts that.
Yes, he has accepted.
Mm-hmm. What does the entity say? What does it want in exchange?
It's hard for me to describe this.
What did the entity said? Is there anything it wants in exchange?
Oh yes, surrender,
Surrender.
that you obey, and he has to. You just belong to him. It's very much
Mm-hmm.
about power, because the
Mm-hmm.
priest was powerful as well in a way back then.
Did the entity want to influence other human beings via the priest? Yes or not?
I think yes, that's why the goggles are on his eyes.
Ah, okay.
I feel a lot of um, sort of resistance and power issues here. Like there's a lot of strong energy that is coming through.
Mm-hmm. Ola, are you ready to face that being? Do you want to
Yes,
see what it
yes,
is?
yes,
Mm-hmm. Okay. So at the count of three, tell it that it needs to stand just in front of you in its original form. Ready?
yes.
One, two, three. What do you see? What happened?
He's he's still very much. It's really strange, but it does look like he's got like human shape. He's
Does it have still this armor on?
yes, he does. Yes, he
Mm-hmm.
does. Like it does belong to him.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so he looks exactly the same.
He does.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I don't think he's alone anymore.
He is what?
I don't think he's just him now.
Uh-huh. Okay. What do you feel when you look at it?
Cold.
Where?
Just my eyes. It just
Mm-hmm.
feels cold.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Do you know why, at your order, it is standing right in front of you?
Does he know why?
Do you know why, at your order, it's just standing right in front of you?
Yes, because I asked him to do that.
Mm-hmm. There is also one more very important reason. Because let's see what the benefits he is having from keeping that part of you. What are his benefits?
It's the power.
Power. Mhm. So, because he needs this power, he wants this energy, he wants this power, he depends on you. Because if you wouldn't agree to accept his offer in the first place, in that life of a monk, it would never happen. Because you agreed to it, it took that part of you. It's having benefits from this situation. That's why it depends on you, because if you change your mind, it will lose its power. That's why when you ordered him to stand in front of you, he had to listen to you because he depends on you.
I don't want us to finish it.
Freeze him. He doesn't do anything to you, okay? He is freezed. He is standing there. And I would like to go through the points that you brought to the session today. Feeling nervous that people would comment and judge me if I give my personal information that can turn against me. Is it connected with the situation you discovered? Yes or not?
Because yes,
Yes. Why?
because I want to have control.
Mm-hmm.
It gives me a feeling that I can have control over things. And I can't control people's comments or judgments.
You can't. It's not possible. Okay. Lack of confidence in making decisions and feeling insecure. Is it connected with that what you discovered?
Yes.
How?
It feels like things are falling apart right now. I need to
Okay.
try to get over the feelings of this anger that I have right now.
You are angry now?
Yes,
Where
yes.
do you feel this anger?
In my jaws.
Jaws and teeth?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Cheekbones?
yes.
So where the coldness was at the beginning.
Things in my eyes and yes, I felt things in my jaws as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. We will deal with that later. Let's go through the points now. Another point, unable to deal with certain behaviors of my daughter, such as her neediness, moodiness, screaming. Is it connected with that what we discovered? Yes or not? What comes to your mind?
Yes,
How?
it's so human to be like that.
So human, exactly. And why you are unable to deal with this human behavior?
Because she needs to know how to control herself.
Why do you have problem with dealing with this? How
Because
is it connected?
it just shows weakness.
And
Can't
human being
stand
cannot
it.
be weak? Human being cannot be weak?
No,
Why?
because then we lose the control and power.
Mm-hmm. Is it your control and power?
Yes.
Does it belong to you or it belongs to this entity?
It doesn't matter who belongs to.
Okay, we will get back to that. Mhm. Another point. People pleasing. Is it connected with the situation we discovered?
It's just to fact the situation that there is a need of power.
Okay,
So this is just to pretend.
okay. Is it sort of getting power and control over people by people pleasing?
As well, yes.
It's just a tool. Okay. Another point. Racing mind, going from task to task. Is it connected with that what you discovered?
In a way, yes, it's helping to make a bit of a difficulty to think about, to slow down the pace and actually focus on fixing this problem.
Uh-huh. It's diverting your
Yes,
attention.
it's
Mm-hmm.
diverting my attention, and
Mm-hmm.
it's related very strongly recently to technology, telephone and TV.
Mm-hmm. Okay. New concepts of living sounds scary, such as New Earth, clearing diets, and veganism. Is it connected with to that what you discovered?
It's just related to the anger that different concepts and how much people throw out there, and taking my attention away from here and now. Because just because
Ah,
it's out there, it doesn't mean that I need to throw my attention at it or my energy at it.
exactly.
It's
Okay,
just another
exactly.
diversion.
It's another diversion of attention. Yeah.
Yes.
Another point. Worried about peace on earth and future of my family. Risk of another war in the world. Is it connected with what you discovered? Yes or not?
Yes.
How?
There can't be peace anywhere if there is no peace inside.
Exactly. Is this anger you are storing in your body connected with this point?
Yes.
It's like projecting this anger outside and seeing these threats outside.
Yes.
Yes or not? Yes?
Yes.
Mhm. Okay. Is there any other information that appears now? Or can I go to another point?
Yes, you can.
Let's go. Okay. The last point. Moon phases, especially full moon, have an impact on me. Feel much better at the new moon. Is it connected with that what we discovered?
No, no, it's not. But
It's not connected. Okay.
no, but don't get I don't want to get myself fooled by that as well.
It's a diversion of attention. Yes or not?
It's just the beliefs,
Uh-huh. Okay.
in how the moon actually impacts.
Is it connected with that entity, that belief?
No,
No.
no,
Is it connected with that technology you are using now and in the future?
no,
Yes or not?
no.
No. Okay. Okay, that were all points that you wanted to clear during this session. And now let's go back to this anger. Is it yours? Yes or not?
Yes,
Mm-hmm. You are angry on what?
everything.
Exactly on what? Are you angry on yourself? Let's start from that, the most important part.
I'm angry for my weaknesses.
Okay, look at this anger close, where it's located. Jaws, teeth, cheekbones, eyes. What do you see there?
My face. My face.
How does it look, this anger? Does it have a color, texture?
It's just very tense. Again, like dense.
Dense?
Dense.
It's like dense energy.
Yes. And in my
Mhm.
hands as well.
And hands. Dense energy. Mhm. Have a close look at this energy. Does it have a color?
Mm.
No color? It's transparent?
It's grey.
It's gray. Does it move?
Yes.
How?
In a circle. It's like a circle.
Circle? Clockwise?
Anti-clockwise.
Anti-clockwise. Does this energy belong to you?
The energy not. The anger does.
Put aside your rational mind. We are looking at the anger. The anger has a form of this energy. So I'm asking again, and you will tell me yes or no appears in your head. Is this energy yours? Yes or not?
Just want to say that human is so foolish.
Humans are so foolish. What is your name? Okay. The owner of the energy was just speaking. So I ask again. Or
Yeah,
before I ask, yeah?
I think something is trying to get through you, through
Yeah.
me. I
Don't
don't.
let, no, I don't want. I don't want, and you don't want. I don't want to talk to him. He said that humans are so foolish. It was not you. Don't let him. You want me to help you?
Yes,
So I'm coming to you. Do you see me?
yes. I feel better.
I will touch you, and my energy will help you to see more clearly now. Is this energy yours?
It's just like a thought in my head.
Yeah, exactly. Does it belong to that entity?
Yes, but he doesn't want to let me go.
Do you know that because it holds that part of you, it depends on you? You have
Yes,
the power over him. Do you know that,
yes, I do.
Ola?
Yes, I can feel that now. Yes,
He will do whatever you will tell him. Do you want him to change his shape, to become smaller, or something else? Butterflies, or mouse, or cat, or whatever?
yeah, you can be a cat.
A cat. Okay, so when I count to three, on my count to three, it will become a cat. You will give an order to him to become a cat. One, two, three. What happened?
He's a pussycat, but he's a bit surprised.
Yeah, it's surprised because he felt so strong. But he depends on you. You have the power over him. You decide what is going on in your energy field.
Why can't I just have do this one like like a long time ago?
It's very long time ago. Very long time ago. So let him here as a cat. Okay? He's staying here. Frozen. doesn't do anything. And we are going back to the priest, okay? So, on my count to three, you are going back to the priest. One, two, three. To that moment just before this entity appeared for the first time.
He's very
Okay?
weak. He's very weak.
Very weak. Introduce yourself. Tell him that you are him from the future.
He's surprised. He doesn't understand.
Doesn't understand?
Yeah. He doesn't
So let's go
understand what's
back.
happening.
So let's go back in time a little bit when he is still stronger. At the beginning when he was locked up there. Okay? When he has more energy.
Yes.
I will count to three, you will move there. One, two, three. Yeah?
Yes.
Introduce yourself. Tell him that you are him from the future. Tell him that you
Yes.
came because you both have troubles in the future.
Yes. That's
And
okay.
ask him if he would like to know what is the trouble.
He does want to know.
He wants to know?
Yes, he does. Yes.
Yeah. So pass over all the information we have gathered during the session about the future, about the year 3000, about that entity, what is happening now today with you, what we discovered, and also about the moment that this entity will appear in the place where he is and will offer him something and show him also how his life will look like after he will accept the offer. How does he feel?
He says he would rather die than go through this agreement.
Because it completely changed your future.
Yes.
So, because it's the act of his will, what he will do, whether he will accept the offer or not, he can now decide that he will not accept the offer. Our life on earth is ending sooner or later for everyone.
Difficult decision.
So he
His
can
life has to
decide
die. Yeah, in closure.
when I count to three, his decision will be spread on the lifetime, on your lifetime, from in all directions, to the past, to the future, because he understands that he doesn't need it. And he understands that it's not beneficial to him. It's not for his own good,
Yes.
and that he was deceived.
Yes.
What's happening on the lifetime? How do you see it?
He's dying. He's going to die in this place.
Mm-hmm.
He's confused with
Mm-hmm.
that.
Do you see the energy spreading on the lifetime? Cry. Cry if you need. Cry if you need.
This is a lot of like white energy. Nice clean energy.
Hmm. Let the energy of this experience transmute into the knowledge and wisdom to you and to all your family in the past and in the future and today. So let's go back to you. today, to the subtle part of you today. Let's have a look at the cat, pussycat in front of you.
It
Do
doesn't
you
feel,
see it?
yes, but it doesn't feel scary anymore.
Yeah, because he doesn't have power over you anymore. Mm-hmm.
But then in
So,
this moment, I get first strength.
so, are you ready to give him an order to take out of you everything that it has installed whenever it happened?
Yes.
Yes? So when I count to three, you will give an order that everything that was installed on you in the past, today, or in the future is going to be removed and it will never exist. One, two, three. What happened?
I just felt a little bit lighter.
Mm-hmm. Did you see those things leaving your body?
They flew out very quickly
Mm-hmm.
into the skies.
Mm-hmm. Is he there anywhere around you?
He went with these items. Yes.
Disappeared.
He disappeared
Mm-hmm.
because he knows he has no chance in him anymore.
Okay. Have a look at this, at your jaws, teeth, cheekbones, eyes, and hands, where the anger was located, this dense energy. Is it still there?
No.
No. Okay. So open yourself a portal vibrating at the best frequencies for you right now. Energize yourself and regenerate yourself with your own energy.
Yes, it's done.
Great. How do you see yourself?
Calmer.
Calmer. How do you see your subtle body after being in the portal?
I see it sending out.
Uh huh.
I do sense a kind of tiredness as well, which will go away eventually. I can see the light coming into my eyes.
Great. Beautiful. Beautiful. Can you check if you still have the goggles on your eyes?
I don't.
You don't. Great. Great job. Now, would you like to open yourself another portal, vibrating on even better energies,
Yes.
frequencies? Okay, so please do it. Open such portal for yourself, energize yourself even more, and regenerate yourself.
Yes. Done.
Done?
Yes.
Great. Okay, so now we will make revocation of the contracts connected with this situation. When I count from 1 to 3, all the contracts will be revoked. All agreements, pacts, and vows will be cancelled in all lifetimes, incarnations, universes, multiverses, spaces, and time, in the past, today, and in the future. All operations performed on you will be cancelled as well. 1, 2, 3. Anything has changed?
It's just very quiet.
You may also send the energy of being sorry for withdrawing from the contracts and agreements because you understood that you don't need them anymore. But still, you were in that agreement at your will. Do you feel angry on yourself?
Yeah, I just feel sorry that
Okay. Please,
punished myself so much for so long in
you
this
were not
anger.
aware. You were not aware what happened. Discovered it today. So be grateful to yourself that you discovered it, that you were brave enough to face it, to see it, to
Yes,
remove it. Beautiful. Please remember that the source, the energy of source, of love, all the information that is in love is always in you because you are part of it. It's always in the space of your heart.